It's day 15 on the recordings. So, what is that? That's a fifth of this whole series that I'm doing. And that's, over 2 weeks straight. I'm on day 17 personally right now because I am 2 days ahead on as far as I was 2 days in when I started recording and then posting. But yeah, it's day 15. The quote today and the tip today, they're unrelated to the book, but they're really good, and I think they're really going to help you guys out for the people that are doing the program. And it's definitely something that you can use even outside the program when it comes to life, business, staying on task, and all that stuff. So I think it's a good tip. Comment below if you think it's a good tip, or if you disagree, or just comment below. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. But the tip that I have for today, or I'm going to get into the tip later, I'm just going to get into the quote now. And the quote is going to be by Darlie Parton, I believe is her name. I might have pronounced it wrong. But the tip goes, or the quote goes, you can't adjust the winds. You can't adjust the tide of the wind, but you can adjust the sails. So you can't control external forces, and I talked about this in the previous video, but you're not going to be able to control the uncontrollables. You can only control your reaction to it, your emotions, and what you do, the controllables. So where I'm going with this is there's going to be situations, and it's natural, and it should be expected. It should be expected. Don't let it come to a surprise to you. I doubt it would. But things aren't always going to go your way. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. And stuff's going to get messed up and disorganized. And you're still going to have to be able to perform and complete the task that you have for that day and get the job done. So you have to be, and I do have a couple tips that I will throw in here before I get into showing you guys the tip of the day that I'm going to do, but it's not going to be on this video. A couple tips are for you to be able to adjust correctly and be in a good position, so when shit does hit the fan or shit does go off track, you're still able to adjust and pivot to put yourself in a position that you're still able to get your task done and still win the day. So with those tips are going to be preparing the day before for the next day. Always, once you get done your day, write a list down of what needs to get accomplished the next day. That way you have a rough outline. It's not even really an outline. You have a good idea written in your face. You write it down. That's subconscious, back of your mind. Boom, it's written down. You see it, you can visualize it, and you're gonna be able to really, it's easier to have it in your mind all day, what you need to get done. Plus the list is right in front of you. So that's the first thing. Second thing is going to be, all right, so the first thing was, this is raw, but the first thing is going to be being prepared the day before, which is going to be doing the list. And yeah, I figured that's really, that I could think of at the moment, that's really all you need to know. And then the rest of it's really just going to come down to you having experience in adjusting. Like the first time you make an adjustment, it's going to be hard. It's going to be weird. Once you get used to going at a certain rhythm to then switch it completely. Because for instance, let's say in the terms of the program, even with me today, I'll mention it with like how it affected me today. Like what I did to be proactive was I had my list written down last night. Sorry, I got a rock inside my shoe. Of what I had to get done today. I had the list written down so that way I knew. The second thing was, this is the second thing, getting up early. I got up early enough to still be able to, I wasn't in a bind with time. I still had plenty of time to get the task done and still do what I had to do, and whatever inconveniences that I had in the morning, I was still able to adjust and have time to spare to still get everything done. So waking up early, I woke up at 4. And what I did, I knew what I needed to get done in my tasks. I knew what I had to get done on the day. I knocked out the book, ate the breakfast, and then I've been ahead on my water. When I got back, I ate my second meal. After this walk, which is one of the tasks of the list, my outdoor cardio, I'm going to be doing eating my third meal, and then I'll be right on track for my day. And I knocked out, I was like, what is that? I was 4, it's like 1 now. It's 1 o'clock now. So, you know, that's a good chunk of time that I did spend, that I had to do just to run a couple errands this morning, do a couple things. And yeah, being prepared and getting up early is really going to help you with that. The rest of it's going to be based on just experience, on knowing how to pivot. And by pivot, I'll basically give the tip. That way it's easier, because it's coming off like weird me explaining it. But when it comes to your diet, if you don't prep your food, you run out of food, shit's gonna happen. You might fuck up somewhere, right? Where you forgot to buy food, you forgot to prep it, you're gonna be late for work. Everything's spiraling down, right? And you're out of order, and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna fail the day. If you know what you can eat on the go, so for example, Wawa. There's things you could get at a Wawa. Somebody might be listening to this and they don't have a Wawa near them. But even like a Food Mart, an Express Mart, one of those little corner deli spots, you could get yourself a fucking... That'll be the video. I'll show you what things that I get when I'm there, when I have nothing to eat, I'm hungry, I need to get a meal in, I didn't prep the food, or the food went bad. There's been times, last time I did the program and I completed it, there were days that I brought the food with me. I'm working outside, right? The sun's hitting the lunchbox, get to the food, take a bite, sour. It's fucked. The food's fucked. All right, boom. Hit up Wawa or a corner store, look at the macros of the food, plug them into the app, the First Form app. That's crucial. You could use, there's MyFitnessPal, there's a bunch of apps, but what is it? The First Form app, you can scan anything, type anything in from restaurants, and it's already plugged in, so you don't have to sit there and put every macro in. But scanning shit, you know, putting it in and figuring, adjusting and moving the foods around. Say you get like 2 meals there to cover you for the rest of the day. Have the meals that you have usually set when you get home, and you can mix and match while you're there and figure out what you need. Now, when you have more experience with it, it's a little bit easier, because you know, for example, me, I'm just gonna fucking say it. I get the chicken Caesar wrap that they have at the Wawas, and I get like a vanilla core power, the 42 gram one, the elite. And right there, I got plenty of protein coming in. I got carbs and I got fats. And with the amount my protein's high, and since my diet, which usually it is high protein, moderate carb, low fat, boom, I got that done. And then me adjusting later on, maybe the meals I usually get, I adjust it slightly so that the macros fit and I still hit my protein, my carbs, my fats. And obviously I'm drinking my water, and I'll be good for the day. I don't have to worry about a cheat meal or not getting following the diet. I still manage the macros. They're pretty clean sources. I got in what I could get in, and boom. So that's the tip for the day. And I was gonna shoot the video, but that's pretty much it. That's the tip for the day, and that's the quote. And just be prepared to make adjustments, and be prepared ahead of time for the next day, so that if you do have to make adjustments, it's easier. I'm gonna cut this video here, and I'll see you guys at the gym. Alright, forgot the tripod, but I'm still gonna record everything, explain what I'm doing through the sets, and just get it done. Today is upper day 2 of the program. Back is what's starting it. Back, believe it's back, delts, tricep, and then I'm finishing with tricep, calves, chest. That's how it's gonna go, I believe. So, all right, let's get to it. All right, here we go. Warming up with the camber bar. After this, I'll do my working sets. I got 2 working sets on camber bar. Yeah, 2 working sets here. So I'm gonna hit these, and then lat pull down 2 abdominals. Damn, I feel like the bitch is sloppy. Alright, so that last set I felt like was mad sloppy. But I looked at the video, it didn't look as bad as I thought it did. Comment below. What do you think? Do they count? Do they not count? Or should I count the reps too? Personally, I felt like the last 2 were iffy. Let me know. Alright, that last lat pull down set, that was definitely not where it needed to be. As far as below the chest, it was like mid chest, which is a little more than, regular lat pull down, but still, it was not executed the way I wanted it. And I did go up a little bit in weight. I think next week I might drop some weight, go more for reps, because it didn't look good, and I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to progress, obviously, but if I'm pushing the weight too much and my form's coming off, it's a waste of energy. I'm not doing nothing. So I think next week, drop the weight like 10 pounds, maybe 15. I'll see how it feels from there. And then I did do something different this week. I did do like an appropriation set, so I did go heavier than the working set, just to prime the nervous system, so that I could really focus on the muscle when I went lighter. Yeah, so basically you can do that, and if you've ever done like a drop set or a down set, it's more a down set, you notice that you feel the muscle more when you go to the down set. If you haven't tried it, try it. Sometimes that's a good way to add progression and add another set without adding too much. So like sometimes you'll try to add another set to your program to add more volume in, and then when you do that, maybe you start losing like being able to focus the muscle because it's so fatigued. And this is besides what I was talking about, but if you add a down set opposed to just another set, you'll still be able to tap into the muscle like really, really good. And it's worth a try is what I'm saying. So right now I'm gonna start hitting these rear delts with these bent over lateral raises. And then we've got leaning lateral raises, single arm with the cable. So let's get to it. Yeah, that felt pretty good.
Con un muchacho bien calladito, and he's not a dork or any, I mean he's a dork, like that type of really, very hard worker, but she is into the bad boys, but she don't say nothing. You understand?
Oh. Yeah, that was fucking good. That last set was fucking good. I know I said it loud as hell in the when I was finished the set, but that shit was way better. Focused on the negative, controlled it. Definitely could do better. I definitely could do better. But opposed to like getting sloppy today in the beginning, I feel like this, and those are pretty heavy for me for a rear delt, so I focus on the negative more. I try to like pause a little bit. Probably didn't look like it on video, but I definitely was trying to, and it felt good. Like the blood started flowing back there. I felt it really good. So that was a good set. Got one more. Probably not gonna record that. I just want to record one more because the first set did look kind of sloppy, even though I thought it was all right. And then we got the cables, like I said, with the single leaning lateral raises for the side delt. Alright, I'm starting triceps. Cable overhead extension with the triangle. Doing that first, opposed to, last upper day, it was the second movement. I'm moving it to the first movement. That way I can work on this movement, put a little more effort into it, have a little more energy for it. And then my secondary movement is going to be, I think it's either rope push down or cable push down with the easy bar. One of the two. All right, and yeah, I'm gonna get started.
Hit me up for the rims. It was like 250. It was like 250. I'm like, yo.
That's a good drink right there. Chill. I got She Will Blend.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Song right there. I say 14.